The Discover It Cashback credit card is one of the best credit cards out there, especially for beginners. In this video, we'll give a full review of the Discover It Cashback card with everything you need to know about the card before applying for it, including an extra bonus that's not advertised on Discover's main site right now. Feel free to pause the video to read the disclaimer or find the full disclaimer in the video description below. The Discover It Cashback card is one of the main rotating category cards on the market. With this card, there's no annual fee, and you'll earn 5% cashback on categories that rotate every quarter, based on the cashback calendar set by Discover, which is normally released a month before the quarter begins. There is a spend cap for the 5% cashback though, which is $1,500 per quarter, and the cap applies to all the categories featured in a given quarter combined. So if grocery stores and drugstores are both featured one quarter, after you activate the offer, you'll earn 5% cashback on purchases in those categories until you reach $1,500 spent between grocery store and drugstore purchases. With the cap, that basically works out to a maximum of $75 in cashback every quarter for the full 5% cashback, or about $25 a month on average. Of course, you don't want to overspend just to max out your 5% cashback every quarter though. It's best to just spend as you normally would. Once you hit that $1,500 spend cap in a given quarter, you'll then earn 1% cashback on purchases in those categories over that cap for the rest of that quarter. So if you do hit that cap, it's best to then switch to another card that earns higher cashback on those categories for the rest of that quarter. With this card, you'll also earn 1% cashback on purchases that don't fall under the quarterly categories. Many credit cards out there offer higher cashback for purchases in any category, so it's usually best to use a card that offers at least 1.5% or 2% cashback on those miscellaneous purchases, like the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card for example. It's also important to note you'll need to activate the offer every quarter in order to earn the 5% cashback on purchases in the featured categories, and you'll only earn the 5% back on purchases you make after you activate that offer. So it's best to activate it before the quarter starts so you can take advantage of the 5% back for the full 3 months. Usually, more than one category will be featured each quarter. There will normally be 2 to 3 categories, so you can earn that 5% back on multiple categories, which means your rewards can really add up over the course of the quarter. As for the most common categories that come up on Discover's cashback calendar, we'll usually see main categories like restaurants, grocery stores, excluding Target and Walmart, Target, Walmart.com, Amazon.com, PayPal, digital wallets, gas and EV charging stations, wholesale clubs, and some minor categories like drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs and gym memberships, and select streaming services. Generally speaking, once a rotating category comes up in a given year, it won't come up again that year. And since the categories change every year, there's no guarantee a single category will come up every single year. In recent years, the categories that tend to come up almost every year for this card include grocery stores, gas and EV charging stations, restaurants, digital wallets, Target, and Amazon.com. So far this year, Discover's featured restaurants and drugstores in Q1, and they're featuring gas stations and EV charging stations, home improvement stores, and public transit in Q2. Usually Q4 is more focused on holiday shopping, so usually that'll be categories like Amazon.com and Target. The main promotion for this card is Discover's unlimited cashback match offer. With this offer, Discover will match all the cashback you earn at the end of your first year with the card, and as the name suggests, there's no limit to the amount they'll match. So if you earn $150 in cashback during that first year, they'll give you an extra $150 on top of that, so you'll get a total of $300. This can be really lucrative since you can earn up to $75 per quarter at that 5% rate on their rotating categories. So if you're maxing out your 5% cashback every quarter, you could earn $300 in cashback at that 5% rate, which would bring you up to $600 that first year with the cashback match promotion. Another way to look at it is with the unlimited cashback match offer, you're basically getting 10% cashback on the quarterly categories featured during your first year with the card, up to the $1,500 quarterly spend cap, instead of the regular 5% cashback, and you're effectively earning unlimited 2% back on purchases in those categories above that spend cap, as well as on other non-category purchases you make during that first year, instead of the normal 1% cashback on those purchases. Bear in mind, the cashback earned through the cashback match offer won't be applied to your account until the end of your first year with the account. Now, there's actually another offer right now that isn't being widely advertised on their site, which you can take advantage of along with the cashback match offer. If you use the referral link of someone that has the Discover It Cashback card to open your account, you can actually get an extra $100 sign-up bonus in the form of a statement credit to your account, on top of the unlimited cashback match, which makes this a pretty powerful sign-up offer for a no annual fee card. What's even crazier is there isn't any spend amount you actually have to hit right now in order to earn the $100 bonus. To earn the bonus, you just have to apply through their page using a referral link and use your card to make one purchase within your first 3 months of opening your account. So it's super easy to earn the sign-up bonus. If you do use a referral link to apply for the card, the person that referred you will also get a $100 bonus as a statement credit to their account if you complete the activities required for the bonus. I have this card myself, so my referral link's in the description below if you'd like to use it to help support this channel. With this card, rewards are earned as cashback as opposed to points, and there are a few redemption options available. You can redeem your cashback as a statement credit to your credit card account, as an electronic deposit to an eligible checking or savings account, as a donation to certain charities, for gift cards at popular merchants starting at $5, or you can elect to pay with your cashback for purchases at select merchants. Usually the easiest option is to just have the cashback applied to your Discover It card balance to effectively pay off a portion of your balance with your cashback. There's no minimum redemption amount for your cashback rewards. You can redeem them in any amount at any time, so it's super flexible. Bear in mind though that Discover does specify they reserve the right to determine the method of disbursement of your cashback. There aren't a ton of benefits to the card compared to some other cards, but there are a few. First off, you can get a 0% intro APR for 15 months from account opening for new purchases, as well as balance transfers that post to your account by June 10th. There's also no foreign transaction fee for this card, which is really nice if you need to make any international purchases. They do also allow you to choose the design of your card, which is really cool, though it doesn't really add value to the card. They also have other benefits in the event you lose your card, like their Freeze It feature, which allows you to freeze your card with the switch of a button on their app or website if you can't find your card and want to make sure no one uses it in the event it's been lost or stolen. Plus, they also provide free overnight shipping to replace a lost card and $0 fraud liability for any unauthorized purchases on your card. In addition, Discover also provides your FICO score for free, as well as free alerts in the event they find your social security number on the dark web. They also have 24/7 customer service, which is based in the US. So if you ever have any issues with your card or account in general, you can reach out to their customer support at any time of day or night. Another nice feature they offer is their pre-approval tool, which allows you to see if you're pre-approved for the Discover It cashback card without having a hard inquiry on your credit report. I've included their pre-approval link in the description if you want to check it out. If you do decide to submit an application for the credit card after being pre-approved though, then that would result in a hard inquiry on your credit report. Remember, if you use this pre-approval link, don't forget to use a referral link for the card when you're actually about to apply for it, so that you can get the extra $100 bonus. If you simply apply through Discover's main page, you won't be eligible for that extra bonus. It's also important to keep in mind that if you're pre-approved, it's not guaranteed you'll be approved for the card. There's just a higher chance you'll be approved. There are also a few main fees to keep in mind for this card. First off, once the 0% intro APR expires, your account will then be subject to a variable APR, which currently ranges from 17.24% to 28.24%. For example, my APR for my Discover It card is currently 24.24%. Of course, you'll want to pay your balance off before the 0% intro APR ends, and pay your card off in full every month to avoid paying interest. For balance transfers, they do have an intro fee of 3% of the amount of each transfer for any transfers that post to your account by June 10th. And for any balance transfers you do after that, the balance transfer fee will instead be 5% of the amount of each transfer. If you can though, it's best to avoid balance transfers altogether, as you'll have to pay one of those balance transfer fees no matter what. Now let's take a quick look at the main pros and cons of the card. There's no annual fee, and it's generally not that hard to get approved for the card compared to other cards, so it's one of the best credit cards for beginners. It offers 5% cashback on rotating categories that change each quarter, which is a high cashback rate for a no annual fee card. The categories that are usually featured are also common categories that most people spend a good amount of money on every month, so you can often earn decent cashback every month depending on your spending. There's also no minimum redemption amount, so you can apply your cashback to your balance whenever you want. The cashback match promotion is also a decent welcome offer, depending on how much you spend in that first year. Their additional $100 bonus for using a referral link is pretty decent as well, especially since there are super low requirements to earn it, by just making that single purchase within those 3 months of having the account. On the same note, their referral program is a nice perk, so when you refer someone to the card, you'll also get that $100 statement credit as well if they apply through the link, get approved, and complete the qualifying activities for the bonus. Finally, there are no foreign transaction fees with this card, which is really nice. Though Discover often isn't accepted as widely as MasterCard and Visa abroad, so that's something to keep in mind. As for the main cons, the spend cap of $1,500 for the 5% back, or about $500 a month, is pretty low for some main categories that may be featured, like grocery stores and stores like Target, Walmart, and Amazon.com, which are categories that many people spend more than $500 a month on, especially when grocery shopping and buying gifts. With a rotating category card like this one, you also can't pick the categories you earn the 5% cash back on. Unlike the City Custom Cash card, which is a no annual fee card that allows you to pick your 5% cashback category every month. You also won't know which categories will be featured during a given year until a few weeks before each quarter starts. This card isn't much of an all-in-one card either, as it only offers 1% cashback on purchases made in categories outside of the quarterly 5% categories. There are lots of other cards that offer better cashback for other purchases, like the Chase Freedom Flex card for example, which offers 5% cashback on rotating categories, as well as 3% back on dining in drugstores, and 5% back on travel purchased through Chase. You also have to manually activate the cashback every quarter in order to get the 5% cashback on the categories, and only purchases made after you activate the offer will qualify. Though this isn't a huge deal since you can set a calendar reminder for it before each quarter, and activating the quarterly offer just takes a few seconds on their app. The $100 bonus isn't super high, though that's not a huge deal since it's super easy to earn the bonus. In addition, with the cashback match, they're only matching the cashback you've already earned, so you can only get out of it what you put into it, and this may also cause some people to overspend as well. For example, a $100 cashback match means you spent $2,000 throughout your first year in those quarterly categories, plus the $100 you would have earned with your 5% cashback. The Chase Freedom Flex card does also have a sign-up bonus, which earns you $200 on a spend of $500 within your first 3 months with the card, so they have a much lower spend requirement with a higher reward compared to Discover's cashback match promotion. Finally, with the Discover It card, you can only earn rewards as cashback, so there's no option to redeem your rewards for points and transfer those points to travel partners, unlike cards like the Chase Freedom Flex card. For example, with Chase, if you also have a premium card with them, like the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, which have annual fees, you can transfer all your points across all your Chase cards to Chase's travel partners, like select hotels and airlines, which can often double the value of your points. Overall, the Discover It Cashback card is a great no annual fee card for beginners, with solid cashback rewards and a nice welcome offer as well. If you do apply for the card though, remember to use the referral link for the extra $100 bonus, in addition to their cashback match offer. Bear in mind that the sign-up offer may change in the future, so always search online before applying to make sure you get the best sign-up offer available at that time. Let me know in the comments. Do you have the Discover It Cashback card, or are you thinking of applying for it? If you enjoyed this video, you may be interested in this next video on the Chase Freedom Flex card we mentioned earlier, as well as this review of the City Custom Cash card. You can also check out this video here on some of the best catch-all credit cards for earning straight 1.5% to 3% cashback on your purchases. If this video was helpful to you, it'd be a huge help if you could click like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps our videos reach more people to help them save money, and it's totally free. If you want to be notified when we post new videos, be sure to click the notification bell as well. Thanks for watching and see you next time.